2006 when my cousin is having her 3rd birthday party. My uncle tells me and my mom that he has something to show us when he turns on Kingdom Hearts 1 for the PS2 onto the TV. And my family loves Disney. My friends joke around that our souls are sold to the Disney Corporation because over the course of my life we would go to Disney World and on 8 or 9 Disney cruises. My mom instilled this love for Disney in me through showing me all the Disney movies she could on VHS, then DVD, and buying me a lot of Disney computer games like Cinderella's Dollhouse and Disney Princess Magical Dress Up. I was immediately mesmerized and infatuated with Kingdom Hearts because it dipped into an already deep love that I had for Disney. My uncle told me that I could borrow it, but I was a pretty picky 6-year-old, I guess, and I was like, screw borrowing, like, I want this thing forever, so we're gonna go buy it. We already had a PS2 at my dad's house, and I remember games like Thrillville and Disney Princess Enchanted Journey, Bratz Rock Angels, Barbie the Island Princess, and Barbie the 12 Dancing Princesses, or Let's Ride, and they were all for the PS2. So next time I saw my dad, I demanded that we go right to EV Games and pick up Kingdom Hearts 1. This was the first thing that we had to do. But there wasn't just one Kingdom Hearts game. There was Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and Kingdom Hearts 2. And my dad bought them all for me since there was no way that 6-year-old Calxiyn was leaving this store knowing that there were more Kingdom Hearts games to be played. I loved Kingdom Hearts because it was my first real video game. Playing these Kingdom Hearts games ended up being something special that my dad and I would do together. I think that he was just as excited as I was because even though the game was Disney, he didn't need to sit through another Barbie Princess PlayStation adventure. The majority of my memories playing this game are of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, but they're mostly just goofing around, like off in the Pride Lands with Lion Sora, or on the skateboard with Sora and Roxas, or just flying around in Neverland, because I used to love to do that. I remember making bowls of popcorn and playing through Kingdom Hearts 2 for the first time together. But my most vivid memory is actually during Christmas, when we had beaten Kingdom Hearts 1. My mom was downstairs ready to pick us up from our dad since we had stayed for way more than a week over Christmas, and the end credits got stuck. The end credits were frozen, and I started to get very upset. But I ended up deciding it didn't matter if we saw all of the credits. It didn't matter if the credits rolled. We had beaten the final boss, and we had done it together. Kingdom Hearts wasn't just my first video game, but at 6 years old, I had played on normal mode and had beaten the boss. I loved Kingdom Hearts because it gave me my first taste of how it feels to beat a boss and to beat a game. But when the other games came out for the portable consoles, like Kingdom Hearts 358 Over 2 Days or Birth by Sleep, it was really hard to play them together. I remember sometimes me playing on the DS and my dad watching as he lied down on the couch, but the majority of the time I would play them through alone and I would call my dad on the phone and spend hours trying to explain to him what was happening. Like, it's really weird, Dad, that this new girl in the organization that wasn't in Kingdom Hearts 2, like, what does this mean? Or like, Dad, in Birth by Sleep, there's 3 new Keyblade wielders and one of them is a really cool girl. And you wouldn't believe me if I told you, Dad, but Xehanort has been going back in time. I don't know how much he was listening to or if he was just pretending to listen, but because of my love for Kingdom Hearts was something that people tease me about, like during my later years of elementary school, or what you Americans would call middle school, I felt validated. Even if no one else would listen to me talk about Kingdom Hearts, my dad would always listen. I love Kingdom Hearts because it's always going to be our thing, and I'll always have those fond memories of my childhood that Kingdom Hearts is attached to forever. It's 2007 to 2009 now. After beating Kingdom Hearts 1 during the Christmas break, it's time to introduce all my friends to it on the playground. We're still at the age where kids play pretend, so I'm leading a game called Kingdom Hearts and assign roles to everyone who's playing. I'm Sora, obviously. I remember so vividly all of us putting our hands up in the air and running around the field pretending to fly. I remember bullies that bullied us in higher grades being marked as heartless bosses or Disney villains that we would take down. And by the way, don't do that because I'm pretty sure even if you're still fighting a bully, it's like bad. But nobody stopped us, so I don't know what was going on at my school. But anyway, I started drawing the Kingdom Hearts worlds in colored pencil. I wrote essays about the Kingdom Hearts series for class. I even did a religion project comparing Roxas and the Organization 13 to Jesus and the 12 Disciples. I went to a Catholic school, by the way, by looking at the parallels that I found in Kingdom Hearts 2 and 358 Over 2 Days. I got an A on that project. But I love Kingdom Hearts because I was able to pour my love for Kingdom Hearts into everything that I did. I love Kingdom Hearts because it made school exciting, and I loved being able to share it with my classmates at that time. It's our last Disney cruise trip ever. I don't know that yet because my mom hasn't explained that, hey, pulling you out of high school when you get into high school soon is probably gonna be bad, so we probably can't go for a while. Anyway, despite not knowing that, I decide to make the most of my trip, and part of that is hanging out in the kids' lounge with other kids and making tons of friends. But I freak out because they have Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PS2, on the ship in the kids' lounge, and kids are going crazy over it because they have never seen it before, they have no idea what it is, and who else should be there to help them but your favorite Kingdom Hearts expert? That's me. And I have like 13 or 14 kids like standing behind me and watching me play, and I've beaten this game like 4 times or 6 times by now, so I'm kind of like a pro 9-year-old player. And I pass it off to the other kids, but I make sure to tell them why. Like, this is the best game ever. You need to buy this game when you get home. And so whenever I'm not swimming on the ship or doing other activities, I am in that lounge. I am sharing God's good message of Kingdom Hearts 2. And I love Kingdom Hearts because I was able to see and experience the joy of all of these kids discovering it for the first time, just like how I fell in love with it for the first time. When I think about why I love Kingdom Hearts, I think about all this. The first day in my cousin's family's basement when the passion for the game was ignited in me for the first time. The day we went to EB Games and the excitement I felt finding out there was more than just one game. All of the memories of sitting with my dad and beating these games, and ones of my favorite projects at school that I was so proud of. It made my childhood so much fuller, and I love Kingdom Hearts for that. But Kingdom Hearts wasn't just there for the good times and the good memories, but it also helped me through the bad ones. It's grade 7 and 8. I start to feel a little isolated around my classmates, but I have one best friend who is also my first crush. Even though I don't really talk to anybody but her, we both share our nerdy interests with each other and listen to each other. But then she moves away, and there are only 3 girls and 13 boys in my class. None of the girls are really interested in video games or anime, so I couldn't share a lot of my interests with them. And most of the guys did play video games, but they thought Kingdom Hearts was stupid. They thought it was a stupid Disney game, a kid's game, and no one would give Kingdom Hearts a chance because it was stupid. And I remember thinking that it was only stupid to them because I liked it. After my friend moved away, every single day of grade 8 that I can remember, I sat alone at recess and I read books. It's not like I was being bullied, but I just felt very ignored and alone, and this impacted my social skills in high school as well. But my love of books translated into this love of reading and writing, and I started thinking about Kingdom Hearts fanfiction. I started writing my own stories, and I love Kingdom Hearts for that too. I developed my writing and kept my imagination fresh at a young age because I wanted to write about it, and then I went online and I also read about it. At this point, I hate school. I really hate school, and so I create this story about a Keyblade wielder school where Keyblade wielders would train to grow stronger. Kind of like My Hero Academia, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but anyway. I sort of internalized the story and thought of myself as the protagonist, and so even if I did hate school, a true Keyblade master would keep going and get good grades. It helped me develop this positive perspective, since Sora is such a positive character. I would think, like, what would Sora do, how would he react, and try to keep a positive and happy attitude, even though sometimes the situation seemed miserable. I love Kingdom Hearts for being able to give me that positive perspective on my life back then. It's my later years of high school and a month before the release of Kingdom Hearts 0.2. I'm actually finishing high school soon, so that's exciting, and I'm with my dad for Christmas, similar to how I was when we beat Kingdom Hearts 1 together all those years ago. My dad asked me to read a Facebook post, but we both didn't quite understand it. We thought it can't mean what we think that it says. My dad calls his brother and we find out it's true. My cousin passed away that night on Christmas Day, and I'll never forget how my dad cried that night. His brother is far away from us, and we don't really know how to help him, and neither does he. And I think my sister and I ended up asking our mom to come get us because we were just really crushed and upset. And my sister was younger, and this was our first run-in with somebody in our family dying, and so I think it traumatized us in a way. I mean, it's been 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years now, and obviously I'm still upset by it just thinking about it. And I think about everything that I regret. I think about how my cousin messaged me sometimes, and sometimes I was like, I'll just message her back later, or sometimes I was busy and I didn't answer and then I'd forget, and I'd always say, oh, I'll just do it later, but there was never, later just never came, right? And she made YouTube videos like me, and now I still think about how much we could have talked about if I had really opened up and talked to her, because like I said, I had social anxiety, and that was even with my family, with my grandparents who have lived with us since I was like 6 years old. I was afraid of talking to them. I was afraid of talking to basically anyone that wasn't, you know, my mom at the time, pretty much. And I just couldn't stop thinking about how there was so much if I only had messaged back. I had always had that anxiety, and I always had sort of a bit of depression since elementary school, but I fell into a severe depression at this point. And I wasn't just depressed or suicidal, but I was angry. I was angry at everyone because I didn't think that it was fair because she was so young and so much that she wanted to do, but I felt like she was robbed of that chance, and we all sort of fell apart after that, and I stopped talking to my dad, and I think it was unfair to be angry with him, and I don't know, I guess, why I was. I mean, I was angry at everyone, but because I didn't live with my dad, it was sort of easy to stop talking to him, to stop messaging him back, to avoid him, because if I didn't go to see him on the weekend, then that would sort of be it, or if I didn't go to visit for holidays anymore. It wasn't like he lived here and I really had to talk to him like I did with my mom, and I just didn't want to talk to anyone anymore. But Kingdom Hearts 0.2 came out, and I basically locked myself in this basement and I played this game, and I feel like Aqua's story was just what I needed in that moment, because she's going through the realm of darkness. She has been for 10 years, and she still didn't give up, and she's still sort of going. And I love Kingdom Hearts because when I had suffered great loss, Kingdom Hearts was there to comfort me, to tell me not to lose heart. And so when I think of Kingdom Hearts, I think about all this too. It's not just the happy memories, but it's also how Kingdom Hearts was able to help me get through the bad ones, through my time in elementary school, helping me sort of start my YouTube channel in high school, which obviously is super important for who I am today, and also helping me through a very hard loss. It's my final year of high school, and I've been thinking about it for a while, but I want to keep making YouTube videos in my cousin's memory because she wanted to be a YouTuber, or at least she wanted to make videos because she wanted to make people happy with her videos. And even though I hadn't made too many videos in a while, and I was at a strange point where I was about to transition from being sort of a gaming channel to doing theories and stuff, and then I had released a theory about 0.2, but then my cousin passed away, and so obviously I sort of stopped everything, and so I wasn't used to making videos. I maybe didn't even think that I knew how to make videos anymore. But my best friend Hunter says, hey, we should make videos on this show called Ruby. And so I decided it's time for me to make good on my promise that I made to her and myself after she passed away, and I started watching a lot of Kingdom Hearts YouTubers, and surprisingly, even among Ruby fans, there's like a huge Kingdom Hearts overlap, and because the reception of my Ruby videos has been so great, I decide I can make Kingdom Hearts theories, reactions, and discussions in sort of the same formats again. And unlike elementary school and high school, it seemed like finally people wanted to listen and discuss with me about this game that we love so much. And with Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out, it sort of exploded. Like, I think one of my Kingdom Hearts reactions had like 10,000 views, which is crazy. And I was finally doing it. I was finally able to sort of make people smile, whether that was through our discussions or my quote-unquote pure reactions, as some said. I love Kingdom Hearts because when it comes to videos, I feel like making Kingdom Hearts videos is something that I'm passionate about on a whole other level. Like, more than Miraculous Ladybug, more than Ruby, making videos about Kingdom Hearts 3 put passion in me that nothing else could. And now I'm able to share my ideas with a lot of people, and that makes me really happy. It's my first year of university, and I go to RTX, which is a convention put on by the company that makes Ruby. Even in a Kingdom Hearts video, it's kind of funny how Ruby just worms its way in there like, hey, this is the core of the channel, you can't make a video without talking about it. But like I said, there is a big overlap with RWBY fans who like Kingdom Hearts and with RWBY YouTubers like That Kaito Dan, Unicorn of War, and Murder Birds, to name a few, that also like Kingdom Hearts. And going to RTX totally broke my social anxiety in so many ways, because for so long, like I mentioned before, no one in my real life would really listen to me and my nerdy interests. But now I had like two awesome communities with a lot of overlap, the RWBY and Kingdom Hearts community, and I love Kingdom Hearts because in a way it led me to these people, and I think that our friendships will last a lifetime. I truly believe that. It's a few months before Kingdom Hearts 3's release, and with the newfound courage and experience of talking to other YouTubers from RTX, I sort of decide what direction I want to take the channel in and start really trying to make some cool Kingdom Hearts videos. My dad messages me articles about the game, and even though I've already read them, it's the thought that counts, right? And we start talking again now that my emo phase, to put it lightly, is over. I love Kingdom Hearts because no matter what, it can always bring us together. It can always bring people together. It's a few weeks before Kingdom Hearts 3's release. I'm writing a video on why I love Kingdom Hearts, and I'm starting to divide it into like gameplay, story, music, and miscellaneous, and I try to write it, but I'm struggling. But for some reason, in the shower while listening to Face My Fears, I start remembering all these fond Kingdom Hearts related memories. I love the gameplay in Kingdom Hearts, I love the story, I love the music and all of the other tiny things about the game, but it was the experiences that I had with Kingdom Hearts, and the experiences I had because of Kingdom Hearts, that made me fall in love and continue to love it. Now it's a day or two before Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm ready to fall in love all over again.